Hey everybody, WhySoWookie here. In this video we're going to go through Pubg Update 19.2, all the new features that are coming to the game, as well as some changes that have been made as quality of life features. Hopefully you enjoy the video. If you do, consider liking and subscribing to see more. So the first thing to look at is, when are we actually going to be able to play this new update? So it's dropping on the PC test server today, and it's going to be hitting the live servers next week for the PC guys, and then the following week for console. So console, we're going to be getting it on the 15th for those who play console. The map service schedules as follows. So on the test servers there's only going to be Tego and Paramo. On the live servers you're going to have Arangal, Miramar, Tego, Sanhok and Paramo in the Asia, Japan, Korea regions. For NA and EU it's going to be Arangal, Miramar, Tego, Destin and Paramo. So they've kept Sanhok out for us a lot. And then on console, they break it down as well. Arangal, Miramar, Tego, Destin and Paramo. They've also put all 5 maps to a 20% chance of playing it, opposed to Destin, which was previously 40%. So each map has an equal chance. Because although Destin's good, sometimes you feel like that's the only map you play and you don't get the variety. For example, in this last update with the Assassin's Creed collaboration, it was actually really difficult to get a Haven game, to be fair. But they've rectified that now. The first major new feature is the new food truck, which is a Destin exclusive vehicle, which you can see here on the screen. It has room for 2 people in the front and 2 in the back. Only one side opens, and it's like they can shoot out the side there, so it's going to be pretty good for drive-bys and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. It's 3000 health. It's relatively slow, 107 boosted to 120, and when you use the horn it plays a little tune, which is pretty cool. Next new feature is the change in weather system. So the following cycles will be chosen, for one of them at the beginning of each map. Dawn to early morning, clear weather to stormy weather, storm to clear weather. It's not a full day and night cycle, it's just a small progression. And it's only available in normal matches for now as well. But it'll give you a bit of a dynamic visual system, which is pretty cool. Next, they've made some map optimizations, and they circle some of the areas where this has been done. And they've added additional cover and loot to the island where it says northwest of Ripton, but I think they actually mean northeast, because northwest isn't an island. Added additional cover to and fence adjustments to the southeast portion of downtown Ripton. That's going to be like down here, near the large art park. And you can see the befores and after here. There's really not that much difference that I can tell, to be fair. There's these little pieces of cover here, these silver bollard things. You've got the overhead stuff here that's been added in as well. So there's slight tweaks. It's not massively different, but hopefully if you get caught out in the open from a guy in a building, you just have a bit more to play with. They've fixed some block descenders on the steel bridge in Ripton. They've added additional vehicle cover to the roads going from Ripton to Los Arcos. They've added additional ascenders to various skyscrapers downtown and to the bridges in Ripton. They've reduced lodge interior objects to smooth out player pathing, and they've added fuel pumps to Buckley and Cavala. And they've also added additional structures to the area between Concert and Buckley. And again, we're going to get another before and after. So again, in the after we can see these extra little structures, half-built houses and stuff like that. Far more rocks as well. I think the amount of trees is actually the same, but you've got more rocks, a couple of extra rocks, not too many, just a couple extra, and then these buildings. So again, as you're traversing through the fields, if you've not managed to find a vehicle, there'll be far more cover there, or in late game. They've added additional cover near Swamp, northwest of Buckley, and they've added additional gameplay traversals in 10 forts, Los Arcos, etc. And again, to make it easy, they've added little ramps so it doesn't slow down the pace of moving across the buildings. They've added ascenders to 3 to 4 story apartments. They've made the concert stage less dark, fixed a load of blocked seawall tunnels, 4 additional cell towers. Okay, so there's more of those cell towers, that's cool. Additional terrain in meadows, and then they've added more natural cover in the following locations. So they've like, it's like they've done a complete pass over the map and just tweaked it, added more cover here and there. Next is the new animation set. We made a video about this a while ago, and now it's finally being implemented into the game. So you can see the difference in the reload animation. It's designed to be more realistic. which is pretty cool. The one that I like the best is actually this running animation. In the before, the character kind of jolts to a stop and it looks a bit unnatural, whereas in the after, it's more of a, feels more like a heavy stopping, more of a realistic, which is pretty cool. And now this isn't really going to change gameplay all that much, it's just, you know, visual improvements to add more immersion, which is pretty good. Next, they've added a new item, which is the heavy stock, which is available on multiple different weapons. For the AIs, the M4, the Ace, the M16, and the Mutant. Subbies, you can have it on the Vector and the MP5, and you can also have it on the M249 LMG. And what this does is it reduces recoil, but increases ADS. No, it reduces the recoil, but then it takes longer to ADS, and hip fire accuracy is also reduced. So if you're more of a mid-range player who wants to be able to do those long-range sprays, it'll be especially useful against vehicles and stuff. It'll be great. However, if you're running and gunning, getting up and close, the reduced time to the increased time to ADS might be a bit of an issue. So again, it's a balance thing, but it's all just in the name of options. I think it'll be especially powerful on the M249 because adding extra stability there would just be crazy. The Ace as well, which is quite a recoily gun. I don't think the M4 and the M16 will really benefit from it all that much because they're fairly easy to control now with the normal tac stock. Same with the Vector and the MP5. But yeah, we'll just have to see how it feels when it hits the live server. And again, it's available on every map and spawns in normal ranked and custom matches. Next, they've done some different world updates. So in Haven, your assassin duties have been fulfilled as per the last update. And Abstergo Industries and world objects for Assassin's Creed have withdrawn. So the Abstergo building with the little animuses have gone. The map has also gone, to be fair, but when it comes back, they will no longer be there. Tego, they've added player-sized hills, extra pathways, and lowered terrain to the following overly advantaged areas. Yeah, so you can see, like, if you compare this field here, there's a little bomb shelter here that they've added in. You can see there's a rise, a bit more severe. Only small tweaks again, but hopefully they'll make it good. North and west area of Palace, east and north area of Terminal, near Hosan. Quite a few different areas. And these are little bomb shelters, so as you're going across the fields, you can see how it's much more turbulent and bumpy, the ground, as opposed to it just being flat. And again, if you make it here, you get a decent bit of cover. They've updated certain building colours and structures in towns. They've added more rocks between the shorelines for extra cover. The doors to the secret room have been moved 2 meters forward. Okay. A new house with the concept of a senior centre has been added. Okay, this is pretty cool. That's your senior centre. So it's got a little side entrance there. There's an internal, I wonder if there's stairs inside as well, potentially. Cover on the balcony. That's a pretty decent building, that's quite cool. They've done a little bit of an indicator for the AI training matches for those just learning the game. And they've changed some of the tutorial rewards on PC, where you no longer get the random crates, you'll get contraband coupons and BP instead. A couple of tweaks to training mode, nothing important. New interaction key. They've done vehicle skin improvements, so you can. There's now special tier skins as well, which you can equip, which will become more important in a minute. And then there's the collaboration with McLaren. We're not going to go into detail into this in this video. I'm going to do a completely separate video about that new McLaren Crafter Pass. So stay tuned for that. It'll go up shortly after this video does. They've updated the workshop to include PCS 6 items and the Survivor Pass Punk Wave items. So you can now get those through opening your Hunter chest and Archivist chest, which is pretty cool, especially if you get like the motorcycle and stuff. And then they've done a couple of performance improvements and a lot of bug fixes. We'll not go through all the bug fixes now. I'll leave a link to the article here so you can check out all the different bug fixes. But that's it. So that's all the new features. So to summarise, we've got the new food truck vehicle. We've got the McLaren Pass, but we're going to go through that in a separate video. They've changed the map rotation again, so Paramore's back, Haven's out. The new attachment for the tac stock, and then they've just done a big pass of improvements to quite a few different maps. You've got the new animation system, which has been teased a while ago. So a pretty decent update. I think the most exciting thing about the new update is going to be the McLaren Pass and the new food truck. But we'll see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe to see more. Key out.